Good morning, everybody. It's your boy D Mac, and I'm back with another topic for today. Well, we have breaking news to come out of New Jersey. Rapper Lil TJ, who's been on the scene for a minute now, and he's been making some noise. He's been shot multiple times in a shootout in New Jersey, and he's in intensive care right now, and he's going through surgeries and stuff. Prayers go out to the young man. But I want to discuss something, man. I really want to discuss something. This is a topic that is definitely, this is a topic that we've talked about a lot, and we're going to continue to talk about even more, and it's pertaining to the gun violence. And I want to say it from this aspect, man. These brothers are worshiping death. So when you worship death and murder, death and murder is going to manifest in your life. That's just the fact of the matter. Whether you believe in spiritual warfare or not, it's been proven time and time again that the power of the tongue is real, and we speak things into existence, and things do manifest because of all of the energy that we generate and bring to it. So, under the context of that right there, these guys are worshiping death. They're worshiping murder. The definition for worship is to regard something with high respect, with extraordinary respect and honor and devotion. And this is what these young men are doing with murder and death. They hold death in a high regard. It's a badge of honor for them to say that they took a life. And when their life is inevitably taken, they're held in high esteem. Oh, he went out like a soldier. Oh, he a real one. When in actuality, they're just sacrificing themselves to the demon that they conjure up when they worship death. That's all it is. It's that simple. It's not really complicated, but it's hard to understand if you don't see things from a spiritual aspect. And so when you look at it from a spiritual warfare standpoint, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. These guys are sacrificing themselves. That's cut and dry. It's black and white. That's simple. Sacrificing themselves. They're out here worshiping and conjuring up these demons. You hear it all the time. They're on demon time. So what demon are they serving? And what is that demon influencing them to do? So if they're under control of a demon who's influencing them to go out and conjure up chaos and destruction and death in honor of death and murder and rage and hatred, then what else do we expect to come to them? You know, it's unrealistic to have a person walk through a pit of fire and not get burned. Only story I ever heard told of that was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So outside of them, you're asking something unrealistic for these guys to set the fire, walk through the fire, and expect to come out unsinged on the other side. It's just not realistic. And we have to look at rap, particularly the drill genre, because it's not all rap. I can't put that label on all of rap, and I'm not going to do what other media does and just single it down to or generalize it to rap as a whole, because it's not. It's just this genre of drill music, this murder music that is causing all of this, and you're having a lot of the hip hop community to suffer because of the conjuring up of these demons right before our very eyes. And nobody in the music industry, none of the OGs, none of them that claim to have a foundation in God are saying or doing anything about it. And you know why? Because they don't have any authority to do so, because they serve those same demons. They may not be as bold as this new generation is about it. You think about it. The rappers that came up in the 90s and early 2000 era were more covert about their allegiance to the dark side. They're more covert about their true agenda that they're pushing under the persona and all of the money that they're being given to influence people. They were very covert and very secretive and private about that stuff. But these younger generations now, they're not. They don't mind telling you, hey, I go and kill anybody. I don't care. They don't have a problem letting you know that, yeah, I'm on demon time. And some of them will tell you, F God. I ain't got no love for nobody. Don't nobody have no love for me. And that's exactly how they feel. And that's exactly what they mean. That's why it's so easy for a young man to go and shoot his girlfriend's 9-year-old daughter in the face because the girl don't want him anymore. That's why it's so easy for a young man to go into a pharmacy and then be attacked by 4 or 5 guys who beat him and then brutally murder him over a chain that isn't even real. That's why these instances take place all the time. And as long as they continue to worship death, as long as death and murder and hatred continues to be their idol, then this is what they're going to do. So the battle that we have is not against flesh and blood. It's against those principalities and those things in high places that we have to fight against through prayer and supplication and meditation and example and confrontation. It's a must in order for us to um, have some sense of decency, because at some point you're not going to be able to walk outside. Your chance of making it back home is going to decrease so significantly if nothing is done about this murderous genre of music that is being allowed to infect the country, and everybody's losing because of it. So, little TJ, dude, prayers go out for you. But my only prayer is this: is that God's will is done in your life. I don't be making no extra prayers for people who insist to flirt with death and play with death and idolize death. And then when death comes knocking at their door, they get afraid and they want to renege on what they said and backpedal on their actions and their lifestyle. So all I can really pray is that God's will be done in your life. Lord, let your will be done. I don't know what your will is. I don't know if you will have this young man to be another cautionary tale. I don't know if you would have this man to recover. I don't know what your will is. I just pray that your will be done. And I pray that the family have peace of heart and peace of mind in whatever takes place. This is getting alarmingly out of hand. And so much so that any of the other rappers from the other genres, if they truly care about hip hop, then they will get these drill rappers and sit them down like, hey, look, little brothers, we will totally blackball this genre of music from hip hop because it is killing hip hop. Because drill music is not just killing the rappers, it's killing hip hop altogether as a whole. Hip hop is going to die because of drill music if something's not done about it. And that's just the bottom line. Yeah, the beat sound dope, what they be saying be sounding good and whatever. But that whole spirit that goes out and influences kids to go and do these things that they hear these rappers singing about and harmonizing about in these songs, we have to get rid of that. This is destroying hip hop. It's gonna kill hip hop because at some point, you know how the other side does. They're not just gonna blame the drill rappers specifically. They're gonna say rap, period, hip hop, period, as a whole, and anything that is synonymous with destruction and death, they're going to attach that to the word rap and rappers, and they're going to lump them all in the same pile or the same category, so that when they come to demonize, destroy, then everybody's going to be on board with it. Nobody's going to bat an eyelash because they'll see it as a menace to the society. So, rappers, if you want rap to stay alive, if you want the hip hop genre to stay alive, then I suggest y'all have a come together meeting, form a union or whatever, a intervention for these drill rappers, and let them know that either they stop the killing or they have no place in the rap industry, and stand on that and be the gatekeepers of that. They have gatekeepers for the other side, for the ones that they want to influence and push all of their stuff. That's how y'all got in the door. So now, if you really claim to love music and you claim to love hip hop, then you will protect hip hop from those on the inside who are destroying it. It's just that simple, man. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I'm not going to stroke anybody's back and tell them it's gonna be okay. I'm not gonna take the higher road and talk about, all of the things that cause these people to do the things that they do. No, I'm not gonna give them that out. Everybody has a choice, and these children make a choice to follow demons. These children make a choice to turn their back on God and worship death. And so when death comes to collect, don't try to backpedal then. Don't try to act like you're a child of the most high then. Because and even the word says that in Revelations, it says whenever the Son of Man comes for the second time, whatever you're doing, keep on doing that. If you're doing good and you're doing righteous things, then continue on in doing those righteous things. If you're doing evil and wicked things, then keep on doing those things. And they said that isn't to say, uh, uh, trying to stop at the last minute just because you see his return is real is not going to save you from your consequences and the judgment that is coming to you. So you might as well just stay in what you stay in. Be 10 toes down on what you're doing. Don't try to hide it from nobody. And I noticed that if you're really 10 toes down about what you do and all of that, you're not gonna be trying to hide it from nobody. You're not gonna be trying to hide it from your mama. You're not gonna be trying to hide it from your auntie or none of that. Any of the people that you respect or hold in high regard, you're gonna do what you do. And so that's the same thing with the coming of the Son of Man, because you're not going to fool him. It's not like you can play sleight of hand and do the things that you do with people. So just keep on doing what you're doing. Don't switch up at the last energy. Basically saying keep that same energy. When you see Jesus coming, keep that same energy. That's the lamest term breakdown. McAfee 117 version. So I like that. I like that. Keep that same energy. That's what that scripture in Revelations is saying. And it's a very good one, and it's a very valid point, because there are a lot of people who have gotten used to straddling the fence. They'll play this side when it's convenient for them, and then they'll jump to this side when it's convenient for them, and they'll spend their whole life straddling the fence. Well, Jesus said, "No, when I come back, whenever you meet me, you're either gonna have to be cold or you're gonna have to be hot. Because if you're lukewarm, I'm gonna spit you out. Ain't no play in the middle with me. Either you're very this or you're very that. But be true to what you are. Same way you was before I came, keep that same energy." I love that. I love that Jesus be, and we can take it and we can translate it into our own verbiage today, and it still means the same thing, and it still conveys the same message with the same passion and the same energy and the same intent. That's what I love about the word. That's why they said the living word of God. That word is alive, and it applies, and it is significant, and it is relevant to any part of your life at any time in your life. And it is what it is, man. You in that book, regardless of if you're wicked, regardless of if you're good, you're in that book. Your consequences are in that book. Your rewards are in that book. Your choices are in that book. No matter what you do, you can't get around it. It's in there. It's addressed. Because God said he's not going to leave you ignorant to Satan's devices, nor is he going to leave you ignorant to the things that you need to survive in this world and carry out your purpose and your destiny. So, nah, it's all this time for being ignorant, and it's time out for that. It's time to stand up on our feet like men. Hip hop music industry, stand up on your feet like men, pull those drill rappers to the side and have an intervention with them. Drake, have an intervention with Lil Durk. You the one who put him on. You the one who was the conduit for his stardom. So sit him down and talk to him, Drake. Or are you too worried about your unsuccessful album that just flopped? All of y'all rappers are at fault now. You got these guys just running around representing hip hop, saying that they're hip hop. And if you claim to be hip hop and you're going to allow somebody to misrepresent what you took your time and your effort to contribute to and help build up, you going to let somebody come in your house and start destroying everything that you built and then claiming that they're part of your family? How many of y'all let y'all cousins come to y'all house and destroy stuff? Or let their kids come to your house and run around your house and destroy stuff? You tell them you better get your kids or I'm going to get them and put them out. You address those children and you instruct them on how to conduct themselves. Hip hop, y'all got these kids running through the house right now and they destroying the house, and y'all turning a blind eye, not wanting to say nothing. And you better get them in line. Hip hop, straighten up and tighten up your house. That's a challenge to every rapper in hip hop. You don't have to be a part of the drill genre. If you are established artist in hip hop and you have influence in hip hop, you need to have an intervention with the drill rappers and take a stand against drill rap and what it promotes and how it's causing so many of our young men to leave this earth. If you can't do that, then I can't respect your music no more, and I'm not gonna listen to it, period. That's where I stand on that now. Because we gotta get serious with hip hop, because hip hop is still playing. We not playing no more. We're not taking those little talking points that y'all say just to try to make the community think that y'all are down with us and you got our back and you have our interests at heart. No, we not for that no more. Your talking points don't interest us. We care less about that. We want to see your action in stopping some of this influence that's coming from y'all industry. So if you can't give us that, then we know how you truly feel about us as y'all fans and supporters. And that's all I really got to say, man. This is your boy D-Mac. Y'all know what I say. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but the word can always heal you. I'm out.